In February 1854, Matthew Perry, an American naval officer, sailed with 9 ships into Edo Bay to collect the reply to a letter from the President of the United States, which he had delivered 8 months before. On that earlier occasion, he had shown himself to be a man not to be trifled with. Ignoring Japanese orders to leave, he had insisted that if the government did not instruct an official to receive the letter he had for the emperor, he would deliver it himself by force. And after a few days of negotiation, he had persuaded the Japanese to accept the letter, leaving them with the strong impression that if they continued to refuse to enter into trading and diplomatic relations with the West, the same sort of fate awaited them as had overtaken China in the recent Opium War. On his return to Japan, therefore, Perry was able to conclude the first treaty between that country and his own, and to open the way for the United States and for other Western powers to make further trading agreements with the emperor. The emperor, in fact, was a purely ceremonial figure who lived in seclusion in Kyoto. Real power was in the hands of various noble men, the heads of families, of which the greatest was the house of Tokugawa. These noble men accepted the overlordship of the Tokugawa, who ruled as shoguns or viceroys in the emperor's name. For 200 years, the shoguns had been in control of the empire, pursuing an isolationist policy and excluding all foreigners or barbarians from the country, other than a few Dutch merchants who traded under the strictest control. Yet, even before Commodore Perry's arrival, there were signs that the days of the hereditary shoguns would soon be over. Japan was beset by social and economic difficulties. A number of influential samurai were giving voice to an increasing discontent. Several noble families openly resented the continuing power of the Tokugawa house. There was widespread feeling throughout the country that, to survive in the modern world, Japan must take lessons from the Western barbarians and not treat their ideas with the lofty disdain of the Chinese. The country, in fact, would have to be modernized, even at the expense of some of its ancient traditions. Discontent erupted into violence in the 1860s. The last of the shoguns was forced to step down. The young Meiji Emperor was restored to power. 2,563 casks of Imperial sake being distributed in Edo by way of celebration. And in 1869, the city, to be known thereafter as Tokyo, was declared the new capital.